Welcome guys, CES 2023 rolls on. We are in the Inwin suite here in the Venetian. They have some really interesting case concepts that they're going to be bringing to market soon, as well as new power supplies and a couple other surprises that we're going to check out in this video.
BPS Custom's coverage of CES 2023 is powered by Thermaltake and their new Series 500 cases. Available in black or snow options, Thermaltake gives you the power of airflow and performance with 4 included ARGB fans and massive radiator support. There's also option for an LCD side panel upgrade that displays system info, weather, time, and more. Check out these stylish new Series 500 TG cases available January 4th, and thank you to Thermaltake for making this video possible.
As you guys know, Inwin is all about cases, and this is their new 327. Now, the 327 is basically a refresh or replacement for their 301, which has been on the market for a few years. The major refresh here is the addition of a full mesh front panel, which is going to allow for a lot better airflow front to back. That was really the one restriction of the 301. This is a mini ITX enclosure that can also feature mini DTX boards. The interior is pretty standard layout, but you can see that you can fit a radiator at the front. They have airflow at the bottom and then out the back. Power supply at the top and this cool glass panel up here at the front. This is the 327. It's going to be coming late Q1 for $119. Then we move over a little bit and see the A5. Now the A5 is actually on the market right now, but all you could buy is a black version, and this one's white. This one is coming very soon for $119, same price as the black version, same layout and everything else, just a color refresh. This is their compact mid-tower design. It does fit full-size ATX hardware inside, as you guys can see here. But it is actually really small. If you take a look at it compared to the 327, it's actually really not that much bigger at all. And this one is an ATX case, whereas this one is a mini ITX case. So they definitely achieved the compactness that they were shooting for, and now you could get this in white. Now, one of the cool things about the A5 is it comes with one of Inwin's Mercury fans. Now, it's the same thing as with the black version, so this isn't exactly a new product, but it actually isn't one that I've really looked at on the channel yet. These are their Mercury fans on the left, and as you can see, they are quite a bit slimmer than a standard fan, which are 25 mils. This is only 20 mils. It's actually still maintaining the same static pressure as their 25 millimeter depth fans, and a 3-pack of them is only $39. And that is definitely one thing about Inwin fans that I've always liked. In the past, we've seen their fans come out a lot of the times at CES, and the pricing is always far less than you see from competitors who are often putting out 3-packs of fans for $100, $120, $130. Again, $39 for a 3-pack of these Mercury fans, static pressure of 2.72, which actually is fairly competitive in the market if you're even looking for a radiator fan and you need to save some space. Now, you're going to see a lot of cases in this video that are part of Inwin's I Build, I Share initiative. And essentially what they are doing is encouraging people to build and personalize cases their own way and then share them through social media posts or on the Inwin website. These are versions of cases that you guys probably have seen before. This is the Explorer and this is the Air Force, but you notice that they do look a little bit different than they used to. These are case monsters, and there are 4 different case monsters for each one of these cases. They're meant for kids or families to be able to build together, and they have small features, including like headphone hangers that look like ears, or these little bolts here, because this guy's name is Frank. But they're basically made for families to build together because they do come in pieces, and it's made to be like a project for kids, like almost like a STEM project, where you build the case and then you build the PC inside of it. And Inwin is encouraging people to put these together and then share them on their social platforms. Another entry into the Inwin modular project is the Dubilly. Now, this case is going to be coming sometime, hopefully around April or May. They haven't finalized the release date yet, and they also haven't finalized a price. But what I want you guys to do is tell me how much you think this case should cost. As you guys can see, it's going to come in pieces, and you're going to build it yourself. Now, the construction is actually very much a premium product. It's aluminum exterior pieces, including this one, and then the interior is steel. The panels are also extremely thick and rigid. This is the front panel, and as you can see, it's pretty substantial. The way it comes is just as you're seeing it right here. You're going to get it in pieces and you're going to assemble it using these hex head screws. Now this is one of the things that I told Inwin that I actually really liked about this design, where you can see the screws and they are exposed. It's almost like a very industrial look and feel. I also really like the exposed metal look, almost kind of like some kind of a car, maybe the Cybertruck or something like that. But this might come in other colorways. Inwin, again, is not really sure. They're still trying to finalize a lot of the details. But if this case were to come in a colorway, what would you guys want to see? The interior is going to support a 420mm radiator at the front, as well as a 360 on the top, so it should be plenty of cooling. And the front panel is obviously fairly ventilated as well, so airflow should not be a problem. The interior of the case is extremely spacious. When I saw this, it actually reminded me a lot of the old Case Lab setups, where you have an extreme amount of room on the right side of the motherboard tray for mounting things like reservoirs, pumps, and any other kind of cooling equipment that you guys might want. Even with enormous graphics cards like we're seeing recently, space in here should definitely not be a problem, and obviously it fits any size power supply that you guys might have. Now we're going to talk about Inwin's signature product for CES 2023, and that is this, ModFree. Now, it might just look like a regular PC case, really, without the exterior side panels on it, granted a fairly large one. But if you take a closer look, it's actually made up of a bunch of different compartments and add-ons, and that is the entire point of this project. So to get here, you actually start here. These cases are going to come in modular sections that you can buy individually and that you can add on to exactly what you need for your build. So this right here that you're looking at is the base. This is what you're going to need to start with for most builds. So this is generally a standard size ATX case, maybe a little bit smaller than normal, but it has the bottom chamber for the power supply and then standard sizing all around. You can then add on a couple of other different modules and build up from the base to the stretch, which includes one of these panels, which can go on the bottom or the top. You could add on panels to the front, like this one, and then you have what's called an extreme. And these panels can be used basically for whatever you want. So if you want to mount your power supply in it, you can. If you want to mount a second system in it, you can. Or if you just want to add additional space for radiators and fans, you could do that too. But once you get up and add basically all of these modules together, you end up with the tier. Sorry, the mod tier. I've been corrected. But this is basically the tier edition of the ModFree case. And what that means is that's basically everything that you got all in one package. And as you guys can see, it is quite substantial. You have cooling on all sides. You have the availability of extra space for secondary systems, for additional power supplies if need be, for more cooling, for storage. Basically anything that you can fit into these modules, you can do. The case also comes with 9 PCIe expansion slots. And Inwin is doing this because they feel that with the proliferation of beefy graphics cards and the need for more expansion space for things like capture and sound cards, 9 PCI slots might just be the new standard that everybody's working with. And even in the base model, with the fairly compact footprint, you get a 9-slot expansion system. Now, as far as exterior panels go, you have a bunch of different choices, or you will have a bunch of different choices. They are going to offer mesh panels. So, as you guys can see here, this is a fine mesh panel, and this will be available as an option. You can get frosted acrylic panels, as we have on this case right over here. You can see that there is frosted acrylic on this expansion and on this expansion. And you can also get tempered glass, as we have on the side. There is a lot still that is not finalized about this case, including pricing and availability. And what the biggest thing that they are still working on is how they're going to sell it and what kind of packages they're going to offer. For instance, if you wanted your entire case to be this frosted acrylic and have these cool white acrylic front and top panels, that might be a package that you'll be able to buy and add on to your mod tier platform. We got new power supplies too from Inwin this year. We have the P2 series, and they range from 750 watts all the way up to 1300 watts. These are 80 plus gold, fully modular power supplies. And as you guys can see, they are ATX 3.0 compatible, meaning that you get, yep, these guys, 12 VH power connectors, as you'll probably need on a lot of graphics cards moving forward. Availability on these, like a lot of other products that we're looking at today, is April-May timeframe. Pricing is still yet not set, so we don't necessarily know what they're going to cost, but more power supplies with ATX 3.0 compatibility is always a good thing. Now, these might not look like very much at all. In fact, they're really not. They're just kind of sheets of metal. But when you assemble them all, they look like this. This is the Puck, and it is another one of Inwin's build-it-yourself cases. It's going to come flat-packed, and one of the most impressive things that I saw that they showed me was actually this little box down here. The box is incredibly small for this because the pieces are incredibly small. This is a mini ITX enclosure that, again, you are going to build yourself, but you can see that it has support for full-size graphics cards and full-size ATX power supplies. It comes with handles on both sides for easy carrying, and a PCIe 4.0 riser card already with the case. The front and rear panels are going to look a little something like this. And while this might not look like a whole lot of airflow initially, you can customize it to meet your needs. If you want, you can actually bend out or take out these little triangle sections because why not? It's your case. You could do what you want with it. And there's also going to be a companion app and YouTube video where you can watch the case being built basically in a 3D space, rewind, fast forward, and see where you messed up building it in order to make sure that you build it correctly. It's going to come in two different color schemes. So this is one color scheme, and then you have the blue color scheme that we have built right over here. Availability and pricing, again, isn't quite yet set, but you will see this later this year. And again, let me know down below in the comments what you would want to pay for the Inwin Puck. Puck. Inwin Puck. Get it right. I don't do outtakes. All my things are very serious. I don't mess up. Special thank you to my Sherpa, Keith, who is holding the camera here from PC World. Go check them out at the link down in the video description. Their content is, it's okay. But this has been Inwin 2023 CES. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and I guess I'll see you next time.